everyone. It's a great pleasure to be here, and I'll get straight to the point. I'm sure a lot of you have been told that you wouldn't make it. Maybe it was someone in the society, a family member, a teacher, or everybody when they start their journey. इस प्रोसेस में आपको बड़ा अंडरमाइन किया जाता है, and we are even told by our very own that we don't belong. Yet history has taught us that success belongs to those who refuse to accept limits. My name is Syed Muhib Hussain, and I'm a college dropout who was never handed success. And neither did I have a plan B in life. बल्कि when I entered here and saw my name, मुझे लगा मेरी graduation जो है वो अब हुई है. Today, I was actually taught the value of resilience and perseverance though, and to that I owe my elder brother Mustafa. Today, I run a real estate company that manages an asset portfolio of $100 million US. But I'm not here to speak about sales or wealth. I feel I'm too young to know it all. Plus यहाँ पे बहुत ज़्यादा smart लोग already बैठे हुए हैं. I just feel that I'm here to share my journey against the impossible odds. At a very young age, I was thrown into a world I didn't understand. And this journey begins from Pakistan, a place where I last attended college. Then we moved to Sweden, a place where I didn't speak the language. And I felt invisible. But I learned the language, I adopted the culture, and just when I adopted the culture, we had to move to a country called Botswana. Botswana is a land of opportunity, but not for the outsiders. And that is where I started selling car tires in my family business. We had actually moved to Botswana to tap into the world's richest diamond mine, De Beers. And alhamdulillah, after 3 years of being in Botswana, we ended up getting that contract. It was a rigorous process, a lot of rejections. And just when we got it, life changed. और मुझे लगा कि it would last forever. And just when that feeling felt certain that it would last forever, जो हमारी वहाँ पे factory थी, it burned down to the ashes. So I remember उसी दिन we decided that we were going to expand into food. We ended up opening 25 restaurants across South Africa. We also introduced PF Chang's into Islamabad. It's a milestone I never imagined. और फिर कोई 10 years later, we decided to move back to Pakistan. We decided to move back because the real estate market was booming. और जो हमारी parent company है, which is led by my elder brother and father, wanted to introduce international hotels in the country. So by the time I landed, life had other plans for me. For the first time, I felt extremely lost. And I was so lost that I felt sick. So hundreds of checkups, 6 surgeries later, I would recover, I would fall sick again, and it felt endless. So at my lowest point in my life, over a simple steak sandwich with my brother Mustafa and partner Behram, we decided to launch a residential company that would give affordable designer homes to people who needed it the most. And it went great because हमारे पास कोई previous experience नहीं था, there was no blueprint, just pure intent. And as I was growing in my 20s, I had now realized that when you're young, you're really appealed by money. And by now I had realized that purpose matters more than money. And just when I thought that I have found my purpose and stability is going to be a good friend to me, it was all a calm before the storm. Both our residential company and hospitality company was thriving. but the unprecedented real estate meltdown started to begin in the country. तो जो हमारी parent company थी, that stood exposed. कोई हमारे पास sales strategy नहीं थी, कोई sales team नहीं थी. All the major sales companies had exited the market. And that is where we decided to again start something from nothing. Our sales and marketing company is a crisis-born startup which started in a very small co-working space. It was started in the midst of the biggest economic collapse, political instability, and zero consumer confidence. जो market के giants थे, they would actually laugh at us. They called us small, they called us reckless. They even said कि we'll close down in 3 months' time. और इस पूरी journey में, after working with 1,000+ people, I had realized the importance of teamwork. And this time I was very fortunate to have a team that understood my vision, and they stood with me in the harshest of the times. And now, alhamdulillah, 2 years later, we have delivered Rawalpindi's first international hotel, Best Western. We are off to our next milestone, Ramada Plaza, which is going to be the largest of its kind in the country. Yet I wake up every morning and I tell myself the job is not done. I remind myself to be the calmest, especially when the chaos is louder than my own visions. You see, today we stand against all odds. We stand with sustainability. But I'd like to share the key elements that made it possible. And I'm a person who likes to make things simple. So I'll make it simpler for you guys as well. Intent. You see, without a clear intent or the right intent, you're very directionless in life. And especially when everything feels like it's not going to work, never give up. 3 major currencies हैं in life जिस पे मैं operate करता हूँ, which is time, wealth and knowledge. Time, because on an average I was reading, a human has 25,000 days to live. So each and every single day counts. When it comes to wealth, I realize it's easier to make wealth, but it's way harder to sustain it. So work towards sustainability. Knowledge, और ये मैं इसलिए नहीं कहता क्योंकि मैं एक drop out हूँ, and it's great to learn from institutions. But I have learned a lot from the right books. I've observed the wise, and I've been a great listener. And when I had all of these things, they only worked for me when I learned the concept of sharing. When you learn to give your time, knowledge, and you share your wealth with others, and you give it to life, life gives back. So before I leave, I'll also tell you guys कि जब ये initiative मैंने अपनी life में implement किया, so we were able to empower more than 1,000 people through our mentorship program. A lot of them are doing great jobs globally, have raised capital to create their own businesses. And we're on the verge of creating more. And before I leave this stage, I would just like to say, work hard, focus, stay very calm in this entire process. There's a quote I heard the other day. It's a series called Mo. And it goes like, there is no glory in suffering, but there is in sacrifice. Thank you all. Thank you very much.